Mid-year reset, how to audit your life and crush the rest of 2025. We are almost halfway through the year, and whether you're feeling behind, burned out, or just a little off track, now is the perfect time to pause and design your reset. Hey, I'm Dr. Jane with GILD Coaching, and in this video, I'm showing you how to do a simple but powerful life audit that will help you refocus your energy and make the second half of 2025 your best time yet. If you haven't already, make sure you click the subscribe button and the bell, and I'll be back with the good stuff in just a second.
GILD Coaching. More success, less stress.
An audit is really about looking and seeing what is. It's not about being harsh on yourself. What we're going to do is a life audit. This is about getting really honest about where you wanted to be at this point, where you actually are, and then how you can get intentional about just killing it for the rest of the year. So we're going to break it into 4 core categories. Number 1, we want to audit our energy. So ask these questions. What gives me energy? What drains my energy? Those are 2 really important oppositional questions. What gives me energy? What drains my energy? Look at your habits. Look at your schedule. Look at your people. Look at the people that you're around. If it leaves you exhausted, resentful, afraid, questioning yourself, it needs boundaries or it needs to go. Double down on the people, habits, and routines that fuel you, and then ask yourself what kind of boundaries or limitations or exit plan you need to create for the people who drain you. Now, I realize sometimes people will be like, I can't get rid of these people who drain me. It's my mother-in-law and she lives with me. Okay, then you need really awesome boundaries around that. And those are very difficult to create, especially, I just said mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is wonderful and she does not live with me. I just pulled that example out of the air. But if it's something like that, someone who's literally inside the home where you live, then we need to talk. So look in the video description and find my contact information and reach out and let's have a meeting. And I'll help you, figure out a way to build some boundaries around that so that you can be free of the burdens and the negative emotions that come along that. Number 2, audit number 2 is an alignment audit. If we're not aligned with our values, then we are not living in the right direction. If your daily life has misalignment with your values, you're going to feel all cattywampus. You're going to feel off center. If you value freedom, but your calendar is overbooked, you're out of sync. If you value connection, but you haven't had a deep conversation in weeks, there's a gap there. Do you see what I'm saying? So we need to figure out what your values are. And then we need to close those gaps by making changes. Small shifts count a lot. One of my top values is authenticity. And there was someone who was frequently in my life who didn't necessarily need to be, who was lying a lot and you never quite knew what to expect. And so, I started to set boundaries and eventually I was like, okay, I can just, kind of cut this person out because it made such a chasm between my values and what I was experiencing in daily life that it was really zapping my energy, and just making that one change, whew, felt so great. All right, number 3, you've got to audit your achievements. All right, you've got to look back and ask yourself, what have I already accomplished this year? Do not look at what did I want to accomplish and I haven't. That's not going to help. Your achievement audit is what have I done and why did it matter? And then starting today for the rest of the year, what still matters and what do I want to achieve? This is not a place for you to beat yourself up for what you haven't done. This is a place for you to celebrate how far you have come. Write down 3 things that you're proud of and then get very honest about the goals that still matter for the rest of the year and which ones you're holding out on because of guilt or because of somebody else's goal. It's not really yours. You got to let all of those things go. Your 4th audit is a focus forward audit. Ask yourself, where do I want to be by December 31st? Physically, financially, emotionally, relationally. Get specific. Look at all of your 9 environments. If you're like, 9 environments, what's that? Check the video description. I've got a free download off of the main page of our website, free PDF download that explains your 9 environments and lets you do just kind of an audit of those. Get very specific. Where do I want to be by December 31st? What would a successful rest of the year look like for you, for health, relationships, finances, your spiritual life? Pick one action step for each area and then schedule them. If you don't write it down, it's not going to happen. Do not leave success to chance. You are worth so much more than that. A mid-year reset does not require a retreat or a reinvention, though if you would like to take a weekend retreat and tell everybody that that's your process, do it. Just make sure that it involves reflection, getting that clarity, and courage. It takes courage to do this audit. And so write that down as one of the things that you've accomplished. I had courage to stop and do this for myself. If this helped you, please click the thumbs up button. That's the like button, and tell me that you liked it. And then don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell so that you'll learn next time that we drop a video to help you live a happier and more fulfilling life. See you then.